I don't
What's
know.
up, man?
I
You
don't know why
centered
I can't get this little thing off the screen right here.
you centered in the screen this time?
I sent you the screen. Oh,
No, I said, are you centered in the screen this time? Because
am
last
I?
time you was, yeah, no, where you was at was perfect just now, to be honest with
Right where I'm at?
you. Yeah, because last time you was, did you see it on the playback? How you was kind of
Yeah, I seen it. Yeah, I seen it. Hold on. Yeah, I seen it.
in the back light. I mean, in the corner light.
Yeah.
You good now though?
Hold on.
Yes, sir. I had to create another link, so I was sending out the link to people, and probably gonna have to send it out again because I
Do I got some water? Hold on.
I ain't sending it out again. Shit, they either gonna come in or they ain't. We rocking like a cut off stocking.
Man, it's raining out here too.
Oh, for real?
I was just at the football game. I was just at the football game, but
For the Hawk, the
nah,
Falcons.
nah, nah, nah. Pee Wee,
Oh,
Pee Wee. My little cousin was playing, and I had told him I was gonna be at his game, and I didn't go to the game last. Well, I didn't go to the practice that I missed, so I had to pull up.
oh, for sure.
What you been up to though?
Oh man, same old, changing lives for the better.
Yeah, I see you
Training,
made music.
training. Mines and whoever else allows me to do so. Hold on, let me cut my lighting right here. It's kind of dark. I didn't have my light on at first because it's daylight, so I thought that was enough. But I need to go ahead and cut the light on. What you were saying, though, Mike?
I see you got you a new segment got you a new segment. What it was called? I forgot what it was called that quick.
Oh no, actually, well, it's not necessarily new. I just haven't really dropped videos like that. But it's mindsets with Coach P. It's actually something that so anybody that's a member of TTBFC Trainer Brain Fit Club, I give a free 30-minute mindset coaching session is what I call it. They get it free just for being a member. And then you can also buy, sessions, of course. But I give a free 30 minutes to all of my members. And the clip that you saw is one of my members who she does at least one every month. She does at least her free one, and then sometimes she will do 4 hours. But she's not the only one, but she's like the most consistent when it comes to doing the mindset coaching sessions. And she always says I should film it so she could like see it and replay it back and all that. So I had put one out months ago, a clip, but
Mm.
that's actually something that I offer as part of my training package, and I give it free to all my members. Yeah,
What was the topic that I was talking about? What was the toxic personalities?
I don't. We was
Don't know.
talking about it. We was talking about a lot, and when we was talking, well, we weren't talking about a lot. We was talking about what she had going on because it's really based on them, and it also comes off their 30-day goal sheet. But I think as I was talking to her, I came up with it's an echo on your side.
Huh?
Oh,
Now
I heard
somebody
it.
was calling.
Yeah, so I came. I think I termed it toxic. Something. It was something on the along the lines of toxic. I don't remember off the top of my.
Toxic triggers.
Oh, toxic triggers. Yeah, because she was talking about some of the stuff that she was, and you can go watch the clips to see it. But my member was talking about some of the things that was going on, and I wanted her to be very specific about what she was talking about. And so,
Mhm.
not in that clip, but in the full thing, you'll see me getting her to be very specific. But then when I was talking, I termed it, these toxic triggers, and she was like, "I like that. That's that makes it make more sense for her in her words, because." How she termed it previously, she didn't say toxic triggers. She was saying stuff was like this was chaotic or whatever I think was the words used, chaotic or chaos. And then I said toxic triggers and how to deal with toxic triggers, and it became a thing, like a
Mm.
segment, I guess. And then you and I said, we basically can topic it and talk about toxic triggers. By the way, welcome to another episode of No Cap with your boy KC and P. No Cap, if this is your first time here or first time tuning in, it's something that we put together years ago. And we came back to it. No Cap stands for the knowledge and wisdom of KC and Paris. That's what the KAP stands for. KC and Paris. So welcome to another episode of No Cap, brought to you by 80s Babies. God dang it, I was on the roll.
Self-invested 80s babies.
Self-invested 80s baby. I knew I forgot I was going to put on an event. And it's for short is SEEV.
See,
Yeah. Self-invested 80s
great
baby.
plug
Short
in.
SEEV. There we go. And also brought to you by Train the Brain Fit Club, for short TTBFC. We are our sponsors, and we put everything into this physically, mentally, spiritually, and financially to give more to you. Ugh, that was raw. All right. So what's up, man? Where we was at? We was diving right into the. Or we was
No,
just
man. I just had to remember. I was going to ask you if you were watching football because
toxic triggers. Let me write it down so I know we're gonna come back to it.
I already wrote it down. I wasn't gonna forget it.
You said you were asking me about football?
Yeah, man. The Raiders play tonight. I'm only gonna get to watch a little bit. I got a late night run this evening.
Congratulations, man.
Man, right, man. All money, good money. But sometimes you don't even want to go get it, but you need every dollar.
Yeah,
You
man.
don't have to for the day, you have to for tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what's up, though, man. I'm glad that Steve is doing this thing and is consistently coming in, man. I'm glad to see you busy, man, and doing your thing. Feel me? That's what's up.
Last week, though, we had a whole bunch of stuff that we didn't even go over last week. I just can't.
I haven't been watching football, though, to answer your question, but I did see the change for the kickoff, how they're doing the NFL kickoffs this year.
Yeah, that's going to be different. That's going to be interesting, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's
when I first saw it, I didn't necessarily, my first response, like, what is this? But then when I thought about it logically, I'm like, actually, it's pretty solid. All it is they made it like offense versus defense, because that's really, they call it special teams, but it's always offensive force versus a defensive resistance, right? Offense versus defense. So even though you call it special teams, you got the defensive side of the special teams, the resistance, and you got the offensive force that wants to score. So trying to impose their will, right? And both trying to impose their will, but really defensive being a force of nature to, defensive trying to resist, giving that resistance. But long story short, they made it like a line of scrimmage is what I'm getting to. Instead of having that 30-yard sprint and collision, basically, they made everything like a line of scrimmage now, even on special teams. So if you know anything about football, you have a line of scrimmage, offense and defense. And what they've done with the special team basically is there's a line of scrimmage now, even for special teams, instead of that long running start that when you got big, fast, strong dudes running from, you just run from 30 yards apart and run into something or somebody and, see how that goes. So they made it a more like offensive defensive line of scrimmage, and you're still kicking the ball. Now, when special teams happen, they'll still have that 10-yard gap where I'm assuming they're not getting taken away the offside kick. But anyway, yeah, that's as much as I've been really watching with football right now. What you was about to say?
I was about to hit you with something. I got a trivia question for you.
As you always do.
It's going to be a little tricky one. The question of the day. Which one would you get rid of? Actors. This is the actors. Which one would you get rid of? Denzel Washington, Morgan Freeman, Lawrence Fishburne, or Samuel L. Jackson? Which one would you get rid of? You can no longer watch none of their movies. Which one you getting rid of? Let's throw another one in there too. Let's throw Will Smith in there too. That's your problem.
I'm not getting rid of none, right? But if you ask me who I have to pick, like if I was sitting down and I had these and it was like, all right, what we watching tonight? Because I do movie nights. I got a projector screen. I got a theater. and I watch movies. That's what I do. That's one of my things that I do. I'm starting to anyway. Yeah, so I watch movies. So if I had to, let's say this was what I had to pick from. You feel me? He said he getting rid of Morgan Freeman. So you're getting rid of Lean on Me. You getting rid of Lean on Me? Because that's what you're saying when you say get rid of motor figure. So to answer the question my way,
Morgan Freeman might have been the right answer though.
Will Smith might be the right answer. You know what I'm saying? But what I would say is instead of saying get rid of, if I was going to pick, like, okay, tonight we got a pick, and it's my pick, and I'm picking from who again?
Morgan Freeman, Denzel Washington, Lawrence Fishburne, Will Smith, and I forgot the other one who I just said.
Samuel L. Jackson. I think if I was going to pick a movie and I had to just pick off the top of my head, I'm going to go with a movie by either, God dang it, Denzel or Samuel L. Jackson. I would probably pick off the top.
You getting rid of one of them?
No, I'm saying if I was picking a movie to watch for the night. See, I switched it.
Which one you watching? We picking what you trying to reverse the question. Which one you getting rid of?
I'm not. You didn't hear that long ass spiel I just gave. I'm not getting rid of nobody. I'm
gotta get rid of one of them.
I gotta pick one to watch for the night.
No, you gotta get rid of one. One of them got to go.
I'm going to pick one for the night. I'm choosing a movie. It's my night to choose, and it's going to be either my choice of the night, basically eliminating any other options, right? It's going to either be.
Let me ask the question a better way for you.
It's either going to be.
If you could never watch another one of their movies again.
Samuel L. Jackson or
if you can never watch a movie again, never can watch one of their movies again. Out of them five, which one would you never watch again?
Who would you not watch?
It's gonna have to down there be Morgan Freeman.
So you getting rid of Lean on Me?
I'm gonna get rid of Lean on Me if that's what it takes. It's gonna be Morgan Freeman.
So you getting rid of Lego?
And I like Morgan
Freeman.
Care
about kids? So you don't care about kids? You getting rid of the Lego movies? You don't care about kids? Y'all don't like kids? You and your folks who said that? Don't y'all have children? You don't care about the kids? You getting rid of all the Legos movies? He's one of the main characters in Legos movies. So now the kids don't get to watch Legos because y'all Grinch ass don't care nothing about.
Yep. Fuck them kids.
He played God. He played God in the movie with Jim Carrey. You getting rid of God? Like y'all crazy. He played God in the Don't Lie movie. What's the Don't Lie movie? What's the movie with Jim Carrey where you had to tell the truth?
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I mean, listen, it would have been a hard choice either. Okay, no, because then you could say Lawrence Fishburne because he ain't got so many movies, but all his movies is good. You can't get rid of Boys in the Hood. You can't get rid of what's the one where he was Bumpy Johnson?
And this is why I say oh yeah, Harley. Yeah, you can't,
I could have threw in there. I could have threw in there my other guy,
and then he was
Lazy Eye. What's my guy with the lazy eye?
Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah. Forrest Whitaker neck, Whoopi Goldberg lips. That's from what's it called? Don't drink your juice in South Central, whatever. But look, what I'm saying is this. See, if you phrase the question differently and say, who would you pick? You don't have to get rid of nobody because they all have legacies. They all are great. And I know it's a trend on social media. You like, if you had to get rid of, you don't have to get rid of. Just pick who in your theater for the night you would play. So who would you pick?
If I had to play a movie for the night?
Yeah, like you all right, you choosing the movie for the night is you with your lady friend or whatever, or your family, and you are it's your turn to choose the movie for the night. Okay, see what we watching, man. But first you gotta choose the you have to choose before you choose the movie, you have to choose the actor, and then you can choose their body of work. If you choose from their body of work, you feel what I'm saying?
If I had to do that, it's probably gonna be Samuel L. Jackson.
That's what I said.
It's gonna probably be Samuel L. Jackson because his body of work, period, is all over the place. Like he can play any actor. With Will Smith, you know what you're gonna get with him. With Denzel, you know what you're gonna get with him. With Morgan Freeman, you know Morgan Freeman. I ain't gonna lie though, it'll be hard to get rid of Morgan Freeman because he always gives you a movie that makes you think.
That's what I'm saying.
So,
but I think with to piggyback on yours, that's why I said Denzel or him, because I think with Samuel L. Jackson, once you go into his catalog, it'd be easy to entertain whoever you're with. Right. You can find something that'll be entertainment. He got Long Kiss Goodnight, which is a classic. You know what I'm saying? Just off the top of my head, The Long Kiss Goodnight is a classic movie. But he got
Samuel Jackson. You talking about Samuel Jackson?
Yeah. The Long Kiss Goodnight.
Django, Shaft, Lakeview Terrorist.
Oh, Shaft. Yeah.
He got comedy with him and Bernie Mac.
He got
the blues, the soul singers, soul blues.
So he got comedies.
Samuel Jackson probably the GOAT. Really.
He has everything. So I think that you couldn't go wrong with entertaining your audience.
You know what? Since we just said that, I think Samuel Jackson is the better actor out of all of them.
Over Denzel?
Yep.
Will Smith is a hell of an actor too. He'd be acting in real life.
I would say but Will Smith can do you know what you're getting with them.
Yeah.
Will Smith in the movie, you know what you're going to get with Will Smith. He either gonna be.
Well, hold on though, because Will Smith played you. Whoa, hold on, brother. I gotta slow you down. You tripping. He played Serena in Venus, Mama, her daddy.
Yeah,
That's hell of a role. He played the dude who made the thing out of San Francisco, where he had his son in the movie. Who it was it's called
right.
Get Rich or Die Trying. That ain't what it's called.
That's what I'm saying. With Will Smith roles, you know you're going to get this powerful role from Will Smith, or whatever role he's going to play. You know it's a Will Smith movie. You know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Right? Denzel, you know what you're going to get. You know, like you're not going to go watch a Denzel movie.
It's going to be a very powerful. It's going to be a very powerful role. Right. Something that stands out. Muhammad Ali.
Even still, that's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is,
I'm saying to your point, those are all like powerhouse roles.
Samuel Jackson, this nigga can come out of nowhere and be somebody you wouldn't even expect him to be playing.
Was he in like Kill Bill too, Samuel Jackson?
He probably was in Kill Bill. He was in the Kingsmans.
Yeah.
He was a blues player. He Shaft. He Nick Fury. Samuel Jackson, everybody.
Yeah, I think you can find. Yeah. I mean,
everybody, and you don't even watch Django for Jamie Foxx, and Jamie Foxx a hell of an actor. You watch Django for goddamn Samuel L. Jackson.
His role, yeah, he give you a little bit of everything. He give you a little bit of everything. I think for me, I would have to choose between those two. Yep. I think I would have to go with either. Oh, Marvel. Yeah, that's right. Samuel L. Jackson is in the Marvel movies. He's the goddamn.
That's what I just said. I just said he Nick Fury.
Oh, that's what you did say. Yeah, that's the Marvel character. So yeah, man, I think and when you talk about Marvel, I was talking about like kids or family movies.
Mm-hmm.
You can throw that on, and everybody, because certain movies,
Avengers,
like let's say you want to watch a movie that's gonna entertain everybody,
look, Samuel Jackson in everything.
You have to find something so you got to find something that everybody can sit down and watch. And if you're picking, I think Samuel L. Jackson, but I also think that you might be able to do the same thing with Denzel Washington. To a certain extent,
you can put on a Denzel movie and not be bored. But Denzel character, like the only time I seen Denzel ever get out of character was when he did Training Day. Other than that, with Denzel, you know what you're going to get with Denzel. It's like putting on a Denzel movie. Hey, if I want to go to a solid 8.5 movie, I can go watch Denzel. I'm not going to be bored. I'm not going to be let down. It's going to be a good movie. I don't have to watch it again, but I know it's going to be a good movie.
Malcolm X.
Same difference. I can go watch the movie. I ain't got to watch it again. I know it's going to be a good movie. But that's Samuel L. Jackson. If Avengers come on right now,
it's all over. You can go any spectrum. I feel like easier with Samuel L. Jackson. I can agree with that.
If you
Off
put
the top of my
if
head.
Avengers come on right now, it can be in the middle of the movie. You still gonna leave it on that channel.
Yeah,
You can see Man on Fire on, you'll skip right past it. You can
Yeah.
see Training Day, sometimes it skip right past it.
yeah.
You can, but if you see that damn even American Gangster, when Denzel played nigga roles or that kind of role, then he's out of character. But Samuel Jackson, he can play the crackhead.
That
He
was
can
a
play the dope dealer.
that was a hard photo right there. That was a
Which
hard
one?
one right there. American Gangster.
Yeah, I mean, Denzel played the roles, but it's a Denzel movie. But them out of character for him. But for Samuel Jackson, nothing's out of character.
Mm.
Nothing's out of character with Samuel Jackson.
So basically, what you're saying is almost everybody that we name would be casted for a role. They're gonna be like, this role is perfect for Will. This role is perfect for Denzel. This role is perfect for Morgan Freeman.
Right.
However, with Samuel L. Jackson, it's not necessarily a perfect role. He can play any of them.
King of New York Matrix. That's why I say Larry Fishburne too. Lawrence
Very
Fishburne. But
Fishburne, yeah.
I said him, but you got Hood, you got movies with him, but Lawrence Fishburne, John Wick. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
Samuel Jackson can damn near be John Wick. You feel me? Samuel Jackson be all over the place, bro.
That's a cold dude too. Keanu Reeves, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Keanu Reeves.
That's the modern day Chuck Norris.
That's a
Oh, that was an epiphany right there. Keanu Reeves is our modern time Chuck Norris.
That's a good. That's a legit comparison as far as.
Remember they used to say Chuck Norris so strong that he don't do push-ups, he pushed the world down.
Yeah,
Hey, that's why I say Samuel Jackson, he the one.
Yeah, I think that's why I said a better way to phrase the question, I think, is don't get rid of any of them. I mean, you can if that's how you want to answer the question. But for me, I would say like, okay, I don't watch TV, but my entertainment comes when it comes to movies. I like a good movie. And so if I had to pick a movie and this is all right, pick from this right here, kind of like a trivia night or something like, all right, it's on you, pick, you entertaining everybody. You got everybody at the house. We sitting downstairs with the projector. I think like I said, Denzel or Samuel, but I think with Samuel L. Jackson, whoever your guests are, you can find something to entertain everybody, and it won't be you know what I mean? Afro Samurai, what's that?
Oh, that's that cartoon. That's that Samuel Jackson. I told you this nigga is everywhere. You ain't never seen Denzel on the. You ain't never seen Denzel doing no voiceover.
That's what they be saying. That's what they be saying. That's what they be saying when they got to cut him a check.
He like Shaq.
Yeah.
He like Shaq.
Snoop. Like Snoop.
Coach Carter.
Oh, Richmond, California, too.
I'm trying to. Samuel Jackson is everywhere.
He did play.
Out of all of them.
I don't know if he's a better actor. But that's up for debate. But as far as you can, he can. Well, I guess that's a criteria for being a better actor if you can play any role, huh?
Look,
Samuel Jackson is in juice. He is in juice because he was like, congratulations on the whoop. He was like, congratulations on the whoop. And he had just came out after he had seen Queen Latifah. And he like, man, how did you? And he was like, you know what I mean? Because he was Samuel L. Jackson owned the little arcade shop, pool hall they used to go to.
That nigga is in everything.
Stuff we ain't even thinking of.
Samuel Jackson is the GOAT, bro. He the GOAT. He better than Denzel. He better than Will Smith. He better than hey,
you know
they all great actors, but they ain't got nothing on Samuel.
And they might say that themselves, though.
They should.
They might say that themselves.
They should. Then the question would be, because the next time I'm gonna ask is who's the best female actress then? Who would you take away? Angela Bassett? Shit. If you start doing the females, it's gonna be Angela Bassett, Halle Berry.
Oh shit.
Well, damn.
You give us the list, but I like where you're going. Give it to us next time.
Viola Davis. shit, I'm even going. I dare didn't want to put Thandie Newton in there because that's the only name I can think of. But
them some hella actresses though, right there.
shit, Zoe Saldana.
Would you put Sanaa in there?
Nope.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Nia Long though. I'll put damn, but Nia Long don't do no
Whoopi
serious role.
Goldberg.
They can't carry movies by themselves. They can't carry no movie by themselves. Angela Bassett is the go really.
Oh
but
no, you can't. You said Holly Berry too, though, cuz you can't.
Yeah,
just,
but
when you said Angela Bassett at first, I was about to say it don't matter who else you said, and then you said Holly Berry. So
but Viola Davis.
No, for sure. That's what I'm saying. Medea.
Oh, Regina from Boys in the Hood. You talking about Regina King? Oh yeah, Regina King.
You got to put Regina King in there. Got to. Regina
Shit, you
King.
can't have Boondocks without her.
Regina King.
You can't have Boondocks. Regina Hall. Regina Hall.
Regina Hall, but I think
she's
see, if you say Regina Hall, you start another category with Sanaa. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Not Sanaa. Sanaa's not for me. Sanaa, like I ain't gotta see her. Megan
Good. Megan Good.
Megan Good can go wherever she want.
She can go wherever she
want. She ain't got to do nothing. She ain't got to say nothing. Just get in the movie, and I'm gonna watch it. Hello, now. She ain't got to say not one word. She can just stand there looking like this, and I'm gonna be watching the movie like this.
We biased. I threw that on. I knew his answer. That was a bias. That was a bias. Interjection.
I got a question for you. Let's get to some talking. I got a question.
For the record, what's name is fine too for OG.
Regina Hall?
No, the first one.
Regina Hall?
No, the first
Angela
one.
Bassett?
Angela Bassett. That's a fine
Regina
answer.
Hall, fine as hell.
All of them. Beautiful queens. All right. What you was going to say?
All right. So, got a question. I seen it the other day, and I'm going to ask it. What? All these women, you was talking the other day when you said females, they call each other, when we was talking about them calling each other bitches and shit, right?
Yeah.
Now, we got a lot of bad bitches out here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Mm-hmm. What is a bad bitch? What makes a bad bitch?
Well, that's what I was talking about. So I know this is controversial, right? And so I came up with this theory about 4 years ago. And of course, I ain't shared it with a lot of people, but people who sit in my home have heard this and some of my members. But what I realized, and see, it's unfair because there are women who are absolutely beautiful and gorgeous and would be considered bad, because bad is a compliment when you say that, right? So I want to be as clear as possible when I say this. I know people's comprehension doesn't always work the best when words are coming out of someone's mouth. They don't get it. So I want to say this as clear as possible. I understand that bad is a compliment and it's beautiful, right? And there are a lot of women who, when I say what I'm about to say, they be like, well, she is bad because she's beautiful. She's gorgeous. She's naturally beautiful. She handles her business. She is a go-getter. She's supportive. She's just an all-around great individual that's a stand-up woman, and she's attractive, all of those things. Because when we say bad, we are talking about being attractive. Let's just keep it real, and there's other attributes. However, so when I say this, the women who don't fit in this category like to say defensively, well, no, now this is what a real bad chick look like. Now she really bad, like defensive to the category that I'm about to put these other ones in. Am I saying that correctly? So I categorize what I call so-called bad bitches. Okay. And then you have women who say, well, she really bad because she's not in this category of what I'm about to talk about. I'm trying to paraphrase it and get you ready for what I'm about to say. So anyway, so-called bad bitches. It's like, okay, I'll say it like this, because we're a little more not bad meaning bad, but bad meaning good, right? But it's some bad that think they mean good, but they bad in the bad way, meaning bad. And them the ones I'm talking about in this motherfucking category. Now, if we're gonna talk about it, let's talk about it. So you know how you be like a hood nigga. That's a classification. You understand? Like, oh, I'm a street nigga. That's a classification. Or I'm a square. That's a classification. I'm a redneck. That's a classification. And anybody who is in that classifications, any of those, they feel like they have to operate a certain way, right?
Mhm.
So-called bad bitches, the ones that we are talking about right now, there's a classification for the so-called bad bitches. And
Right.
they're in competition with each other. They do what they feel they're supposed to do to be qualified as a bad bitch. The way they wear their hair, their eyelashes, their makeup, getting fake body parts, having a lot of girls who are actually ugly. They put themselves in the so-called bad bitch category because it's false confidence, and they get their body made up and they start to do a whole bunch of shit so that they can call themselves, I'm a bad bitch. I don't like them. I don't like them bro them that call that be like, I'm a bad bitch, because a lot of them really not actually attractive outside or inside. When they peel that goddamn wig back, when they wash it and take them big ass, stupid ass eyelashes off, if they didn't, a lot of, but they feel like they're supposed to act a certain way. They feel like they're supposed to dress a certain way. They feel like they're supposed to portray themselves a certain way, and that makes them a so-called bad bitch in a category. When it's women that don't want to be in this category, that's actually beautiful inside, outside, and those are the women that, first of all, me, I'm attracted to, but secondly, that people try to confuse, or you know what I'm saying. But anyway, what I want to point out is that this classification, and they feel like it's requirements to be a so-called bad bitch, and they wear it like a badge. But really, that shit is stupid. Just like a motherfucker saying, I'm a real street. Like, okay, you could be from the streets, but feeling like you have to stay in a category.
So
You know what I'm
my
saying?
next question behind that too, though, was we got bad bitches. So what is a bad bitch? But what's a boosie nigga?
Well,
What's
see,
a boosie nigga?
you're talking about Bay Area. So first of all, you got to explain what
I'm
Boosie is, because we're
I'm
not
in
talking about the
general. Like,
rapper.
okay, well, you get what I'm saying though? What, we got bad bitches, we got weak ass. Just to make it broader, what's a weak ass nigga or a lame ass nigga or a boosie nigga? You knife face, hella
It's
different,
when they
man.
how they look in the club versus when they wake up in the AM is not the
Right,
same individual. She not bad without she not bad in the sense of beauty when she wake up in the AM. She just bad in the sense of who the fuck is that? When them eyelashes and makeup, she's terrible. And they bodies be terrible too. I'm gonna keep it real with you. You know what I do for a living. A lot of these them so-called bad that get their
right,
body done and all that, they bodies be terrible,
right,
unproportionate, bellies out of, man, like it don't, legs be hella small, but the man,
right.
like, come on. So I don't think that women should run into trying to follow suit of any woman who's calling herself a bad bitch. I think that a lot of women downgrade themselves by trying to fit into the category of the so-called bad bitches who like, oh, she a bad bitch. I think a lot of women are way more beautiful than that, and they downgrade themselves by trying to fit in with these bras who really actually have it's a false sense of security for them. They really being fake. They're
Mm,
fake. Just like a dude can be hella fake. Like, cuz fake is any human being can be hella fake. Like, bro, that's fake. You're being fake. These so-called, they're hella insecure. Hella. I train hella of them. They're hella insecure. All that shit is a facade. That's what I'm trying to say.
right,
Women, a lot of the women who are so-called bad bitches are in competition with each other because they all are living a facade. That shit ain't real. So
right.
women who are really beautiful and confident, don't try to force yourself to fit into that or think that you're being left out of anything. This is not shit. And eventually, hopefully, these women will wake up too. But while they in that, them is just toys that dudes play with and throw back on the shelf. They're not
So
real.
what I was thinking,
With nigga, you were
what I was
saying,
thinking, when we used to go to school, I remember when we used to go to school.
we be like, she bad.
Nah, not even that. It was a few that was hella pretty that you just
Yeah.
knew like she fine as hell.
Yes.
But a lot of these girls that we went to school with used to come to school with the little scrunchie on their head, had the little ducktail sticking out the back. all the post-style gel on their hair. You know what I'm saying? Scratchy be white. They be wearing the same shoes from Mervyn's and JC Penney's, like, you know what I'm saying? The same jeans. Some of them had the Barry Sanders look cool. You knew the cute ones, the nice hair, you know, things like that. Then you knew the ones that you was like, you ugly as hell. I hate to call, I hate to say that, but you know, you had something that wasn't attractive.
You was in high school. You say what you want to say. I mean, whatever. Go ahead. We grown now, but I'm with you.
When you get older, you see this same female that when we was kids, you knew she didn't have nothing but this much hair sticking out the top of her scrunchie. You know what I'm saying? And things like that. Knew she would acne face, and everybody goes out of acne, but now you see her 22, 24, 26-inch weave hanging down, different color, breast poked out, eyes done up, look like she got bat wings on her eyes. You know what I'm saying? Lips then got bigger. Everything gone. You like, damn.
That's who is a bad bitch.
I never even seen it before.
She would say she's a bad bitch. That's what I'm talking about.
Right. So you done came out here, you done put on the eyelashes, you done put on the lip fillers, you done put on the fake butts, you put on the waist trainer, you put on the lift up bra, you put on the fake toenails. Some of these females don't even got toenails. They putting on fake toenails. You get ready to go lick on a toe if you're nasty, and a whole damn toe pop off in your the whole damn toenail pop off in your mouth. And this is the same female that's running around here hollering she bad.
Yes. So we on the same page.
Yeah. So she bad now. But
it's
you
all
ain't got no job. Your job, you ain't got no job. You on Instagram all day.
That's the job.
Your house is dirty. Your kids are pissy. Your car look like crap. Your attitude is horrible.
And not all of them though. Some of them got.
See,
some of them got nice cars. Some of them got cool spots.
Yeah. Because you know why? Because here we go. Because remember, I asked you, what's a boosie nigga? The nigga who just went and spent all his money on this average asshole?
Yeah.
Excuse my French and my language, but I didn't want to say it like that. But some people, we get out here, we get the tricking off our bread for somebody that's average. Because when you start peeling it off, you got the same little scrunchie. You got the same little scrunchie. They ain't got no. They didn't put so much wigs on there. They ain't got no hairlines. They didn't put They didn't put so much weave in their hair. P, stop laughing, P.
and this is what I'm saying about the false security. So a lot of them really know they actually. Some of those women that's in that category, some of them actually. They know that they ugly, right? And I know this is wrong to say, but fuck it, I don't care. No cap. They know they ugly, but they build instead of just being who they are.
Unattractive instead of calling them
ugly. No, they know they ugly, and then they act even uglier with an ugly attitude, acting like nobody gives up on them. That's what I'm saying. I had to say
ugly. You can be unattractive and have a cool ass attitude and still pull you somebody cool.
Yes,
because we more attracted to your attitude.
Yes, that's what I said. Because at the end of the day, just outside, it's the inside.
Because at the end of the day, once you take all that stuff off, once you peel off them 30-foot long goddamn eyelash, how your eyelash this long on your face? Your eye is red because you got on these bat wings. That shit ain't cute to us. You got on clown paint.
Now there are women in that so-called bad that call themselves bad bitches. This is what I was saying. They shouldn't even put themselves in there because they are actually pretty inside and out. They do have great personalities. They probably more of a homebody than anything else. They would like to, but they think that this is the way. This is the trend. They being followers, and because they're attractive, them girls like to pull them in. You know what I mean? And be around them so they can be like, I got a clique of bad bitches because they do have some girls around them that are actually attractive and pretty, and they lightweight be hating on them on the under when the ones that's actually really pretty that be in that so-called bad bitch clique because they follow, they'll tell you if it wasn't for the alcohol, they would be at the house because they really homebodies. You feel me? And then they friends lightweight be low key hating on them because when somebody come up to them, you feel me? They like, this nigga try to holler at her. They always try to holler at her. And then the so-called bad bitch that's really ugly with the little scrungy thing you talking about up under the thing, toenail falling off, she be the first one to say something. We cool. Bitch,
Right.
you can be cool. Ain't nobody talking to you.
You know what it is? The women who are naturally pretty, bro. This is the real fact.
Don't be followers.
They don't be fine, but they be having the best attitudes. The ones
Yeah,
who hella pretty, they be
yeah,
hella cool. It
yeah.
be the ones who gotta build themselves up to
Yes,
start
that's what
looking
I'm
like
saying.
to look
Yeah,
like something, to come with the nasty attitude. Baby,
because they
don't be
really
looking like
insecure.
don't
Yes,
come out here looking like Dookie. Don't come out here looking like Dookie and then turn around and
and
put
act like it.
cake and put cake frosting on yourself to make yourself look like cake when you really a piece of Dookie. And then come out here with this Dookie attitude. When the pretty girl, she just chilling because she ain't gotta rock with you. It's gonna be people getting at her. She ain't gotta worry about attention. Sometimes when that beauty from is within, it come from within and external. Man, I ain't got to go all the extra because I ain't lacking for attention. But when you got to buy it or put it on and get this false
It's fake.
insecurity,
It's for,
oh,
yes.
then you come out with this negative attitude. So guess what? Hey, how you doing? And I'm good. I'm on the phone. Now, if I get disrespectful and start calling your little rat tail head ass all about your name, then I'm a disrespectful person.
Man, I'm gonna give you a real story. In Atlanta, at the condo we had, the high rise one. You
Right.
know, it was connected to the
Hello.
it was connected to the hotel, right? So people, when we would be in the lobby, sometimes people would be walking through and going to the hotel or whatever. They would be having conventions or whatever. So me and my boy, we down there. My boy Manny, he crazy. He
Mm.
knocked all the way. You know what I mean? But anyway, so I'm there. When we went to go get something to eat or something, and we in the lobby, and this group of girls is walking by,
Mm.
and it was three of them, and one of them says to us, "Where's the? Do y'all know where the whoop de whoop is?" And I was like, "Oh, it's that way." And as they were walking, it was kind of looked like they was going the wrong way. So I said, "No, you want to go?" And as I was saying, "Go this way," the so-called bad bitch turns around like, "We good, we good. Don't be trying to holler at us."
Mm.
And she start, and my partner, Manny, and I said, no, it's cool, cuz it's cool. It's he like, bitch, you. And plus, he know me. I'm not. She talking crazy to me. He kind of feeling like, bitch, you. So he about to go, and I'm like, nah, man, it's cool, it's cool. Let them go on about their way. They go do their thing. They gotta come back our way to go to the elevators.
Mm.
When they come back, the two in the front, which was actually prettier than the other girl, they
Mm.
walking way in front of her.
Mm. So she's a
And,
mess and she's a problem.
and they walking like this, like they hope we don't flash on them or something. I'm like, and I just said to him, I said, hey, y'all probably shouldn't be around her if she acts like that on a regular basis. Based on what she just did, it seemed like she act like that on a regular basis and y'all don't. That's not even safe for y'all. That's not okay. Y'all shouldn't be around her. She walking by herself now, coming back by us. And I just told my partner, don't say nothing. And as she walked by, he'll say, oh, raggedy ass. But
Right.
but I'm laughing about the story and I'm sharing that because here's a message to those girls who we talking about that be with the so-called bad bitches because they try to use them to make their clique look better. Be careful being around them girls like that because they cause unnecessary drama that you don't even need to be a part of because that's not even your demeanor. Protect yourself from that. Don't be a follower.
Yeah, man. It's so then what the next question is, what's a boosie ass nigga then? What's a lame ass nigga?
So when you say boosie, that's from the Bay
A
Area.
weak,
That's a
weak ass
term,
nigga.
slang. That's
Yeah.
like lame or whack or whatever you want to call it, trash can,
So
whatever.
because you get that, you get that in lame ass nigga, weak ass nigga, bullshit, however they want to word it to you. You get that if I guess if a female say you ain't living up to this standard, so
I
you a
think
boosie ass nigga.
I think it depends on the individual for the most part. I
Mm-hmm.
think it depends on the women that like if you was asking a woman, Drake
Makes sense,
here.
right?
I think it depends on if like the woman that you're asking. Because some people's mentality, and even dudes, their mentality is so gone the other way, living in like false realities that they would call somebody lame because they got a good job. Right? It could be a dude that got a great job. He go to work every day and he doing his thing. And you got a lot of people who so crazy they would be like, Man, he lame as fuck. That nigga go to work every day and whoop whoop. They will call that lame. You understand what I'm saying? So I think it depends on the perspective of the person. And unfortunately, if a person is using terms like I don't call people like a lame ass nigga.
Right.
And like, I'm not judging another dude like that.
Right.
So if and the people who do use those terms, that's where their mindset is at.
Is that a
You feel
form
me?
of projection?
I mean, they probably themselves, yeah, have some lane going on in them, but it's just where their mindset is at, where their brain power is operating and being used at, you know what I mean? They're thinking about that. Now, that doesn't mean that people can't do things that you don't agree with. That doesn't mean that people can't be uh, you know, not worthy of your time or whatever. But I'm just saying in general, usually people who use those labels, they're in a certain mindset to be judging a person like that. I don't even
Mm.
care to be judging a person as a lame. And what some people might think is lame for an individual, I probably wouldn't agree. I don't think that it's lame to have a, a good job. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So if to me, I like you said, I'm not gonna judge nobody, but well, let me not say that because I'll be judging people like a motherfucker. I'll be talking shit. Um,
I don't know if that's necessarily judging. You just
yeah, I'll be talking shit. Yeah, it might not be judging, but if I go,
you're
if
not
we in,
telling the truth.
if we in, the, if me and you at the bar, if me and you sitting at the bar and we having a good time having some drinks, and a nigga walk in with an all gold suit, some gold glasses,
That's goofy. That's
some
yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna be like, P, you see this lame man? Man, what the fuck this nigga got on? P, you see this nigga?
Or or a dude with the same gold suit on, and he a girl that he like showing interest in you, and he know her, and he start hating on you to the chick, and she come
That's
back
how
and tell
shit.
you, and he come back and tell you, she come back and tell you. I told what's the name that I was about to come kick it with you, and he was like, "Don't fuck with that nigga. He got hella bitches, and he da 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 da."
Now, at that point, do you say something to that nigga?
That's
Or do you
man,
let
man, fuck that. No, I'm not.
right,
I'm oh, okay. I know what
right.
type of
You one of
but
them niggas.
he one of them, but keep on talking because you just made me look better than baby. Stupid.
Right, right.
Go
Man,
and,
I ain't shit, cause
and
now I'm
I'm
gonna
not
put my
gonna
phone
talk
right
about
under
him.
everything.
And if I
I'm
am gonna say something, she would know because I wouldn't say it to her because I'm not him. I'm not the same person. Now that's a
hey,
lame ass.
P, I'm
Somebody
petty.
talk about somebody.
I'm
No,
petty, P.
I'm not gonna
I'm
talk
petty.
to no female. My bad. No, fuck that. I'm not gonna talk to no female about no nigga. I'm trying to keep it clean with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna talk to no female about no nigga because I'm not that type of dude. You crazy as fuck. You ain't gonna go back to dude and tell him Paris was saying this about you. Crazy as fuck.
Mm.
That's just
Hey,
not gonna happen.
listen, if a female come back and tell me a dude just said something about me to her negative about me, I'm so petty. I'm so petty. I ain't gotta say nothing to him. I'm gonna do a lot of things towards him that I know is gonna irritate him. I'm gonna start grabbing her up, slow dancing on her, extra
I'm not
slow.
there. Go tell him this.
Yeah, yeah.
Tell
You
him
ain't
how I
gotta
got
say
you
that.
down.
'Cause
And he
I'm
ain't
gonna be
everything.
walking up behind her hella slow, go stand over there talking, bro, how you doing today? Man, it's good.
Why you got your mark
Yeah,
on her?
nigga, I'm super petty. Yeah,
She
nigga, oh,
walking
this was
by,
you?
you slap her on her ass. Girl,
Hey,
go give me a
hey,
soda.
this was you, cuz? Hey, this was yours? Oh, man, bro. My bad, bro, but
Most of the time, nigga,
yeah,
he didn't never have her. He just like her.
yeah, see, hey, don't never put
That's
another
lame.
man down to
Now, that's
boost
lame.
yourself.
That's hey, that's some whole ass shit talking to. And dudes, don't be talking to women in women business gossiping. Like, don't young dudes don't do that. I think we talked about that before. But anyway,
Hey, yeah. But I just want to ask that question, but we grew up off bad influence, Mr. PH. Hey, listen, I was gonna ask you something. I'm gonna kind of shift away from this. I want to know something. I want to know something. Kind of with the toxic triggers,
hmm
but not. This is my question.
hmm
Does time, does time fuck, P, I gotta try to ask it in the right way.
Mhm.
If you've been with somebody, let's say 20 years, 20 years, and y'all take a break, y'all break up for a brief moment, let's say
Mhm.
2, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years,
Mhm.
and y'all come back together.
Mhm.
Y'all been living a separate life and y'all come back together.
Yeah.
But when you come back, the person isn't the same
Mhm.
person that you were with. I mean, of course, over time we grow, right? In
Mhm.
that time, you're gonna grow. But the person that you knew all this time is now a completely different person.
Mhm.
Does the time justify, or does the time justify you staying with this person? Do you feel like at this point, I'm now obligated to help this person get back to who they were?
Oh, you mean change for the
Or
worse, not the better?
right, right.
You can change
They
for the
went,
better.
let's say where this person used to be athletic or used to be a
Okay.
go-getter, used to
Okay.
be right, but now they're a drinker, a smoker, a lazy
Change
procrastinator,
change for the
forgetful.
worse. Yeah.
Do you feel like if I gave you 20 years and I come back 5 years later or 2 years later, we done took this break for 2 years and I come back
Mhm.
and you all the way spiral down where you ain't the person that I knew. Should I leave? Or am I entitled to stay and help you get back to where you were, to the person you were? Because I'm gonna feel guilty if something happened to you, or if this goes down, because I feel like I owe it to, like, you get what I'm saying? Am I obligated? Are we obligated to stay here and help this person?
The only person you obligated to change it for the better is yourself, first and
Right.
foremost, because you can't really help anyone else if you're being dragged down by somebody else or if you're holding yourself back to try to stay neck and neck with someone. So the only person you really obligated to ever change for the better is yourself. Now, if you feel a sense of commitment to help someone to the best of your ability, you know the best way to do that is help someone who's willing to help themselves. So if
Mm,
that individual that you're talking about, there's a missing component there. That person has to be willing to be, when they come back to you, say, hey, I want to get back to where I was. When I don't, I want to get back to the shape I was in. I'm not drinking like that no more. If they're showing signs of wanting to change for the better, then and you're willing and able to do that, then it's not so bad. But if you're talking about a person that's just lost in the sauce and don't give a fuck, then you got to care more about yourself and focus on you. And hopefully the way that you're living your life can rub off on them to help them want to change for the better. Like a lot of times when I'm working with my members, they be telling me about like some of their family members and friends and people closest to them. And it always works out the same way. I tell them, no pun intended, but even though we don't work out, we train. But I always tell them, just focus on you and watch what the people around you do, right? It's a lot of people in my life who change things about themselves because how I stay consistently focusing on myself. Other individuals saw saw that the people closest to you, if they're paying attention, it can influence them. Long story short, to want to change for the better. So you don't necessarily have to devote your time and effort directly to that individual. If they're close enough to you, you can devote it to yourself, and by what they see in you, you can inspire them to grow and make them better. So you don't necessarily have to halt what you're doing and hold yourself back to meet them where they're at.
So is loyalty a toxic trait?
Absolutely not. That's one of the best traits you could have in your life.
Mm, mm,
However, however, however,
mm,
people can confuse what being loyal is. People can
mm.
confuse and if not careful, people can allow loyalty to hang over their head. People to use loyalty over their head because you're supposed to be loyal. Absolutely. I think loyalty is loyalty over royalties. Like you loyalty loyalty is something that is everybody is not loyal. You know what I mean? Everybody's not trustworthy. See, when I think of loyalty, I think of trustworthy. And
Mm,
everybody's not trustworthy. That's not a trait that everybody carries. You can't trust people at their word. You can't trust people to do certain things behind your back. So if you have someone who's truly loyal in that aspect, That's a rare quality. That's a rare trait. And you shouldn't let nobody around you, if you have built certain things or you have a certain like powerhouse, you can't let people into that powerhouse who are not loyal, because disloyal individuals will only be there to destroy or take away from. You know what I mean? So
that was the question right there. Boom.
see, loyal to a fault, and this is so I'm gonna address that, and I'm glad he said
Question,
that.
because that was my next one.
Yeah, loyal to a fault, but that's what I mean. If you, when people say loyal to a fault, people use sayings and idioms without understanding what they really mean and where they come from, right? People say loyal to a fault. What they're really saying is that that individual has a weakness. The individual that's loyal to a fault, they have a weakness. They're loyal to a fault so much, yeah, they have a weakness. They didn't see where they were being weak, and they use loyalty to justify it. They're loyal to a fault. You got to understand, like, don't just say the saying, say what.
On the flag on the play.
Look, they're loyal to a fault. It was right in front of their face what was going on, but because they were blinded by their so-called loyalty, they overlooked their weakness. So then they blame it on loyalty. It's not, loyalty is not at fault. They're at fault for not recognizing their weakness. And they use loyalty, just like when people say try. They use try to cover it up. Oh, I tried. Oh, that happened because I was, the only reason that happened because I was so loyal. No, nigga, you was actually, you felt a need to satisfy something in themselves. They projected something. That's exact. Oh shit, nigga. That's what I was talking about last week. This is another example when I was saying intrapersonal thoughts. Be careful of your own interpersonal thoughts trying to project those on others, because it might just be in your head. A person saying that they loyal to a fault, the fault was their own because of their intrapersonal thoughts. They thought they were being compassionate. They thought they were being loyal. They thought they were doing what should be done to help someone else when they had a weakness that they were overlooking about themselves. It's being loyal to a fault means that it didn't have nothing to do with loyalty. They was afraid to make a move that they should have made. When you're loyal, it doesn't mean just being loyal to someone else. It means being loyal. It means being loyal to your characteristics, to your traits, who you are. You're loyal because of you, not because of somebody else. That's where people get it twisted. I'm not loyal because of the person. I'm loyal because of me.
Well, let's say this. See, I'm a Virgo. I'm a Virgo. So my thing is, I am loyal. I'm loyal to my group. It's not to me. It's not a weakness. Like if I rock with you, I'm gonna rock with you all the way through until it comes to a point where we can't rock with each other. I'm not gonna find a reason not to rock with you, or look for the faults in you, or look for the bad parts of you. Because if we rock, right?
Yeah.
So I think loyalty to a fault can be a toxic trait, not because I'm afraid to leave something, no, but me being the person I am. And I tell my sister and them this a lot. When a Virgo comes into your life, we come into your life because something needs to be fixed. So once we get here, we need to, for me anyway, I'm going to stay down until we come up together, right? I'm going to find the problem. I'm going to try to fix this problem. I'm going to help you see yourself through this problem. Loyal to a fault means a lot of times I put other people's needs ahead of mine. I put other
That's the
people's
weakness I'm
feelings.
talking about.
I put other people's feelings in front of mine.
Interpersonal,
And
that's what I'm talking about. That's the
right,
interpersonal thoughts and weakness.
right. See, the thing is being loyal to the wrong person. That's the problem. That's the problem right there. You can be loyal to the wrong people, but you don't. But then you gotta start finding out, how do you know who's the wrong person?
That's
Because
the,
a lot of times, what I like to tell people is we put our representatives out. A lot of people send out their representatives. We don't give you who we are, because it's gonna take time to get to know me. But we're gonna give our we're gonna send our representation out. Hey, how you doing? I'm Casey. P knows Casey, but P know Case. Hey, this nigga Casey finna say some shit off the wall. They don't know that. They don't know it until they meet me. But while we talking, I might come here, shake your hand. I might be talking to them. Hey, yeah, today was a great day. The sun is shining out, and it's beautiful out there. I get on the phone with you as soon as I get. Yeah, 1 second, please. Pay these niggas over here tripping. What's the hell up in here? God damn, nigga, they hoes up in here.
Yeah.
This is who you get, but they going to get the representation.
Yeah.
And so we got to be loyal, right? So to me, I'm loyal. I'm loyal to myself, right? But a lot of time my loyalty goes to the people around me, family, and sometimes you can be loyal to the wrong family members. Shit, they talk about your ass too. You wrong friends, wrong group of friends, the wrong relationships. Again, sometimes we hold on to shit too long because we call it loyalty. I'm gonna be loyal to this person. Am I loyal if I cheat on you?
So if
But
you
that was the question. B. Am I wrong if I am I still loyal if I cheat?
cheat on, you talking about in a relationship, like if you sleep with somebody else?
Yeah.
Are you loyal to
loyalty? Do my loyalty cancel out because I had infidelity?
I mean, everybody would say yes, that you're not
But the
loyal to
answer
that
is no.
I'm saying everybody would say yes because you were supposed to be. But again, that depends on your relationship. What is your relationship based on? But if if you are loyal, because you could be being loyal to yourself in that moment. You could be, being true to who you are and loyal to yourself. But I think what I wanted to say, and I'll get back to that, is if you keep being loyal to a fault, who's at fault?
You.
Yes.
Yourself.
Yes.
Right?
Because if you keep being loyal if a person keeps being loyal to a fault, they can't hide behind that and say, oh, it's because of my loyalty. They have a weakness about themselves that they haven't addressed and fixed. And if they keep trying to pacify it and cover it up, they have a need to feel wanted or prove that they're loyal, or they're afraid to be alone. There's some weakness that's there within the individual that they're not ready to identify. If an individual continuously is loyal to a fault and people keep saying, man, it's because you're too loyal, then who's at fault?
Both parties.
No.
Yeah, no. It got to be both parties. It got to be both parties. Let me tell you why. Because again, let me tell you why. I'm glad you said it because I'm going to answer it. Because I'm gonna hold myself accountable, right? If I'm being loyal to a fault, I'm going to stay here, even if I feel like I don't want to be alone. Even if I feel that, it got to be a reason why I feel that. So that means the representative that you put out there, has now convinced me, maybe misled me. Maybe I'm weak for allowing myself to be misled. Maybe I'm weak, or maybe I'm at fault for letting myself be manipulated by this representation. But I'm going to take my part in it, but you got to take your part in it because you did it. You convinced me to be loyal to you. It took something for me to lock in with you. I know you disagree with it, but guess what? How do you pick the wrong person if this person didn't put out the right? You're not going to talk to everybody. Everybody doesn't talk to people. Everybody's not going to come talk to people. But the people who do talk to you resonates with something about you, which makes you talk to them, which makes you say, hey, I'm going to interact with you, right? I'm going to deal with you in certain contexts of it. Some form, I'm going to do it. They can be plotting on killing you, shooting you, robbing you, any of these things, but the person that they presented to you was somebody that resonated with you. And you said, hey, I found something in you that I like, I'm going to rock with you. And even if you see this person down bad, they can tell you this whole story. Man, P, I was down bad on these drugs. This shit got me weak, man. I'm hurting my money. I can't pay my rent. I can't do X, Y, Z. And you going to say, hey, I'm going to help you get back on track. Come over here and train with me. I'm going to give you some food. I'm going to give you lunch. I'm going to do this because you know this person's story, because they told you all this stuff. And you compassionate. you loyal to you, but you got compassion. You're going to say, hey, I'm going to help you. Let me help you build yourself back up to the person that I think you could be and the person that you telling me you were. Let me help you build yourself back up to that. And this is where my loyalty come in, because guess what? I'm committed to helping you get back on track. The problem is you was lying to me. You was misleading me. You were misleading me. You gave me a false representation of who you were. So now, me being loyal, I'm still stuck here because I still see in you what you don't see in yourself. So I'm going to help to lift you up. The problem is, as somebody said in the comments, I'm being loyal to the wrong person.
Who's the most mentally strong person in the room? Because see, I have this practice, right?
Go for it.
Being the most mentally strong person in every room we step into. And when I hear people talking about other people and what and how it affected them, then it sounds like that person is the more mentally strong individual. They was able to manipulate an individual, and they really wasn't like this. They was showing how you put it, you said that a person is showing a representative, and then the real person coming out. Well, that means they're more mentally strong than the individual they was able to manipulate. At some point, how does a person not become the more mentally strong person and be able to see that this is a wolf in sheep's clothing? How many times do you got to see it? How many times does your loyalty have to get in the way? See, if you're in the practice of being the most mentally strong person in the room, everybody else in the room is inferior. It doesn't matter what they do. It only matters what you do. We have to learn how to be the most mentally strong person in our room that we step into. It cannot be dictated by other individuals. If we do that, then they are the most, somebody's going to be a leader. Somebody's going to drive the ship. And so what I always tell my members is you have to learn how to be the most mentally strong person in the room. And what that means on the basis is always being in control of yourself and your energy. Never letting somebody else be in control of your energy. Don't let them trick you. Don't let them manipulate you. Don't let them show you some fake shit. How many times you need to see these types of things? You have average individuals who are average thinkers who also are not in the best practices of changing for the better. So how many times do you have to see this from so many different people before you catch on how to be the most mentally strong person in the room and don't let these people affect you? If a person continues to let these average low vibrational people affect them, then they low vibrational. You can't let a low vibration person affect you and not be a low vibration.
So does being mentally strong mean you don't have no compassion?
And that's what people say.
That's the question. Because if you're gonna be the most mentally strong person in the room, right? Like you say, but because the way me and you both think, we play chess, not checkers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be a battle of minds. But if I see this person struggling here and they tell me such and such, and I'm looking at it, right? Because I feel like I'm a good judge of character, even if somebody has been manipulative.
Mm-hmm.
That's being mentally strong, the mentally strongest person in the room, me being the smartest person in the room. Do that mean I can't have no compassion?
And this is where people get it twisted. They'll say, you need to be more compassionate because they are average thinker.
You ain't gonna let a nigga win.
They will say, you can't act like that because they have conformed. It's conformity. They want misery loves company. Who are you to act like that? Oh, you're not compassionate. They go try to attack you some kind of way to bring you back to conform. This is how the average person act and think. Who the fuck you think you is to not conform? Wasn't you taught better than that? Wasn't you programmed better than that to conform to how the average person think and do? You talking about being the most mentally strong person in the room? You're not compassionate. You need to be more compassionate to be more like me, them. You have to fit into this. Oh, you know what? That nigga ain't compassionate. Everybody look, this nigga right here ain't compassionate. Well, fuck your compassionate. Because if that's what it takes to be compassionate in a person's eyes, I don't want it. If that's what it takes to be loyal in another person's eyes, an average thinker's eyes, I don't want it. I would rather be the best version of myself standing up on my own too and showing the people closest enough to me that want to come along to do that, to be that thing, to conform to what average thinkers and people have been programmed to do their whole life. I would rather stand on my own too outside of that box. So if that means that I'm not compassionate, fuck them.
So being compassionate. So the being there's compassion. Does being compassionate drive the loyalty? Right. It got to be something to feel. I feel some kind of way. Right.
How
I'm,
about being compassionate means, how, okay, compassionate is a compound word. The first thing that you can't spell the word compassionate without passion.
mhm.
So let's take the first half, that whatever you call it, the adjective or whatever it is. I'm not the, but let's take that out, and it's passion. So where does your passion lie? And if not careful, people will use your passion against you. That's where the compassionate comes in.
That's that false
People
representative.
people will, yes, a wolf in sheep clothing can
Right.
see that you're compassionately loyal and take the
Right.
come off of it and come be passionate to me. They will try to use your passion against you. When people go on, you'll hear about somebody who's like super wise and they be giving game and doing all this. And these racist platforms or somebody who wants to destroy them will put them on their platform. And when they get them on there, they'll use their passion for a certain subject to get them to go out of character. So now they can say, look at this angry person. And I got a quote that I wrote about that. I have a quote, and that's probably right here. But I gotta find it, but let me think of it real quick. It says, people will use people will try to turn your passion into anger. Stay calm. When you are truly, that's it. When you are a truly wise individual, people will try to turn your passion into anger. Remain calm. No matter how, and this is being the most mentally strong person in the room. You understand? People will try to turn your passion, when you are a truly wise individual, outside of the norm of the average thinkers, people will try to turn your passion into anger. Remain calm because like they say, be careful arguing with fools because people from afar can't tell who is who. So if a
Mhm.
person they can find what you're passionate about and make you get angry about it. Now you're just a fool. Now you're just angry, and anything else doesn't really matter. They taking your passion. So if you let a person use your passion against you, they can attack you with it. They can say you're not compassionate and then use it against you. Don't be worried about wearing the labels that people want to put on you. Be more focused about where how you want to design yourself and understand that we're in a world full of average thinkers and you don't have to be one if you're willing to do the work.
So is compassion a toxic trait?
It can very well be because
So is
most
loyalty
people,
a toxic trait?
it can very well be
Mm.
because most people use it the wrong way. They use it against a person or they use it to cover up a weakness.
Hmm.
And if you don't use it in that way, people feel like you're misusing it. See, I am so compassionate for other people that my focus is on being the best version of myself so that I can show them what it looks like. Show them what it looks like when a nigga in a roaster. I want to show them what it looks like to do the work and be the best version of yourself physically, mentally, and spiritually. That's
Right.
compassionate. Not me jumping off the bridge because this nigga jumped off the bridge and me trying to jump in the water and go save him. I'm gonna show them how to want to jump off the bridge. And if they come to me and they say, "Hey, how did you get like that? What do you do? What's the best practices?" I'm gonna be compassionate and show them. But I'm not gonna let it be a weakness to where I go out and try to force somebody to do something that's gonna hurt me. Never. To try to help them. Never. That is that is the interpersonal thoughts that I'm talking about where people use as a flaw. It's not my
Mm.
job to try to save an individual. It's my job to teach. There's a difference. And I'm so compassionate that I'm willing to teach as many people that is willing to learn.
People got to be teachable though, in order
And if
to.
they ain't, and if they see, that's perfect. Because if they ain't, fuck them. And that's not being compassionate. That's not being loyal. That is compassionate. That is loyal. I'm being loyal to teaching, and I have compassion with those who are teachable, who are coachable.
I just think. I think. I think you got to pick the people. I think you got to
You got to
pick.
know how to pick them. You got to be a good picker.
That's that right there. That's the key to all of it. Even loyalty to a fault, loyal to a fault, all of it. Compassion, passionate, empathy, all that. You gotta pick your circle. Pick the people who you pick and choose who you because you're not for everybody. I always said I'm not for everybody, and I can't help everybody. You can't save everybody. What you can't please everybody, right? And some people you're gonna turn down and say no. I can't help you. Like it, if I helped you once, what they say, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. You can't fool me a third time. I think when we get fooled the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, that's that loyal to a fault. And that's where what you were saying, everything that you said at this point, now it just become codependency.
Yeah.
Now it's just codependent. I'm codependent on you for something, your energy, maybe I just need you to be weak so I can feel like I'm helping you because that's how you're helping me.
Interpersonal compassion
So,
for others. Be careful.
so with that, that's again, you got to make sure you're not loyal to the wrong person. Make sure that you don't put too much passion into the wrong people, into the wrong things. Self-love is always going to come first, right? Be loyal to yourself first.
It
I was
should.
talking to I was talking to my sister the other day, and I told her that pay yourself. As business owners, what the first thing we should do is pay ourselves, right? Or when you go to work, that's what it should be, right? Pay yourself first because you're doing all the work. Here's the thing: we always think pay yourself first. We always think money. When we hear the word pay, we think money, currency, a transaction. But paying yourself 1st.
Mm-hmm.
When you wake up in the morning and you tell somebody else good morning. Did you tell yourself good morning? When you go out to help somebody else and you being loyal to somebody, man, let me go help you. Did you help yourself first?
That's
You know, paying it forward. When you go buy somebody else a cup of coffee, did you get your cup of coffee first? Like paying yourself first isn't just money. Paying yourself first is everything. Like me, I love to write morning messages to people. Good morning. You know, y'all have a blessed day. I send these messages out all the time, so I'm positive. And then I have to realize, damn, I'm not sending them to myself. Do I look in the mirror every morning and tell myself all the same positive affirmations that I'm sending out to people?
Yeah.
Because if not, I'm doing myself a disservice. So when this is for y'all watching, right? Make sure y'all paying yourself first in every aspect of your life. You know, your prayers, your whatever you do, your energy. Before you give out your energy to anybody else, if somebody else can come and take you off your square, before you let them take you off your square, make sure that you put yourself in position to handle and make your square big enough that you can't be knocked off of it by another individual. Make sure you're paying yourself first in every aspect, not just money. And that way we can kind of be more mindful on who we're giving our energy to. And don't give out. This is one thing I was saying, and it goes into what we're saying. Make sure we're not giving out too much of our passion, our loyalty, and all these things to others before we fill ourselves up with it. Right. So everything you were saying was accurate. You know what I'm saying? It was accurate in the way in the context, right? So but just make sure that like it was right. But what I
No,
was saying was right too.
so we can't have these conversations without having these conversations, right?
Right.
So you're supposed to stand your ground, right?
Right.
See, you're supposed to stand your ground and say, Pete, hold on, what you talking about? Because we can't get the best of what we really came to deliver if we don't talk about the other side. If me and you just on here agreeing with everything because it
Right.
sounds good,
What are you
then what
talking
is we
for?
really doing? We're not speaking for the people, right? And so when you are challenging those things, like when I'm saying some of these things because I've been in practice and working on this shit, and you like, okay, and you challenge it, that's the best beautiful thing that could be happening. Because now we're creating this space in this conversation where we having conversations that's not quite like any other conversation. You keeping it all the way real. Nigga, I don't gotta agree with you. Most people ain't gonna agree with that. Nigga, you
Right.
can't just say something and think it's just go because nigga, your voice is sultry, nigga, and you lined your beard
Right.
up today, nigga. You can't just think that, you know what I'm saying? Like you got on that tight ass shirt. And so we have it gives us an
Man,
opportunity
we
to
ain't
have
gonna
a
just
real,
walk past that nigga.
yeah, I threw that in there. You know what I'm talking
Hey, hey,
about? The
hey,
nigga look
your
at
shit be
people.
kind of tight, man. Whatever, dog. Nigga, we on camera. See what you.
But anyway, so I that's what you're supposed to you're supposed to speak for the people who would speak in that way anyway. Not you're supposed to, but doing so allows us to address what they would say if we didn't say it. And then when we address it, it gives them an opportunity to go, oh, you feel me? So that's a beautiful thing. And even like you're saying, like, and the person just put self-care first, right? Like having a daily routine, how you start. I'm big on how I start my day, and I don't let people interrupt it. It don't even matter if I'm running late. There's certain things I have to do to start my day. It's like a minimum requirement. That's a go. I have minimum requirement of things I have to do
Mm,
to start my day. Leaving the house is what I'm talking about. My house is
mm,
mine. You know what I'm
right.
saying? And before I walk out the door, no matter what time of day it is, it could be early. I could have a late day where I don't have to leave until late, anything in between. But before I leave my house, there's minimum requirements that I must do in order for me to prep my mind and body for the day. In
Mm,
case, just in case I get busy and I don't have that opportunity to do so, then I want to take care of myself a certain way so that I'm where I need to be to do what I want to do, how I want to do it. So there's minimum requirements for me every single day before I leave my house, even if I'm running late. The time doesn't matter.
mm.
If I'm running late, I'm gonna have to make that up some kind of way. But it's not gonna be by me not doing my minimum requirements before leaving the house. I like to equate it to like people brushing their teeth. A motherfucker could be running late, they still go brush their teeth.
Not
Well,
all people.
that would be that's crazy. Most people, if
You
they
just
run
seen
late,
some people didn't did it.
well, most people, even if they running late, they gonna be running late and brushing their teeth at the same time. Well, I'm like that with other minimum requirements. Just like people have a minimum requirement of brushing their teeth and getting the sleep out their eye. I have other minimum like foam rolling and stretching. Like I have certain stretches. If I can't do them all, I have to do these. If I can't foam roll my whole body, I have to roll here. I have to do. I have minimum requirements for how. And if for some reason I didn't do it, feel the difference because I made a minimum requirement. So when I get in the car, something would be off. You understand? So I think that the self care and those practices is not everybody brush their teeth. I think that when you put those types of things into practice, it sets the tone for not only your day but just who you are, and it helps you become the most mentally strong person in the room. And by the way, it doesn't mean you necessarily the smartest. Somebody could be. You should be willing to learn. That's a that's a
Mhm.
that's a powerful person in the room. What it does mean is that you cannot easily your energy cannot easily be dictated. You cannot be persuaded. You cannot be changed from who you are in any room you walk into. Who you are is who you are, and you have worked on yourself to be exactly who you are. It doesn't change because you're in a room full of people who are different from you or look down on you or tell you you're not compassionate or tell you you're not this or tell you you should be like that. It doesn't work that way. I'm the most mentally strong person in the room, which means I'm in control of me, no one else. Um,
I wonder if passion can be a bad thing. Too much passion can be a bad thing.
that's what I was saying with that quote. When the wise, when I was talking about a truly wise individual has to be careful because people will try to use their passion against them and turn it into anger. Stay calm, right? Staying calm is a way to allow yourself not to allow passion to be a bad thing. But I want to say this before you say that. Um, we were talking about being by yourself when we're talking about taking care of yourself, right?
Mm.
Are people okay or not? No, being not. Uh, no, you said you're okay not being for everybody.
Mhm.
Like, you know, you ain't for everybody. So
Right.
are people okay being for nobody? Like, not every, like you said, I'm okay. I know I'm not for everybody. But if it would a person be okay being for nobody? And what I mean by that is a person okay being for themselves,
Are you okay being alone?
for yourself, just being for you? If that means being alone, if that means, and however you want to say, is a person okay being alone with themselves? Is a person being okay being for yourself, for you?
Well,
Not just like, I ain't for everybody. I don't have to. Are you okay not having to be for anybody and being for yourself? Are people okay with that?
I mean, for me, I'm a hermit. I'm a hermit. I can stay tucked in the house and be cool, perfectly content being by myself. My mind got so much stuff going on that I'm like a million different people in this motherfucker. So it don't matter who's around me. I'm 37 people. But a lot of people don't like to be alone. So a lot of people will not be okay uh not being for somebody because nobody wants to be alone. Nobody wants to grow old alone. Nobody wants to not have a companion because really most people these days want companionship. So you want to find somebody that likes you. You want to find somebody who likes you for you. You want to find somebody who's like-minded like you. And somebody we put all these bullet points on what we look for. The question is, and I think one time me and you was talking about it, is if you wrote down the whole list of all the things you liked about a person or what you was looking for in a person and what you know what you didn't want from a person or what you did, and then you start dotting them and you start realizing that, let me see, can I take some of this shit off and pretty much compromising, because then you got to start doing the work for the person that you want. You have to start doing the things that you're writing down. And damn, I just had something in my head and I just lost it. Here's the question that I was going to ask.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you was talking about the resume and stuff before too. When you was talking about putting the
Mhm.
resumes together for people, like having
So
that resume.
is the things that you're willing, are you willing to negotiate? This person has all these things that I like. This is excellent. I think I just found a 10 out of 10.
Hmm.
And then the other 20 come up, the other part of that 10 come up. And now I see four red flags that I just don't know if I can deal with. So 16 out of 20. You got 16 out of 20 or 6 out of 10, however you want to label it, right?
Hmm.
Everything looks beautiful, but you got these four red flags right here, and these motherfuckers is shining.
Bright, it's
Can
bright
you
red.
bright red? You know what I'm saying? So can you look past, let's not even say four. Let's say two. 2 out of 10. Two bright red flags. Look, shiny as a big ass stop sign. Can you look past them two bright red ass flags for the eight amazing things? Will the two red flags make you say, fuck no?
It's a judgment call. You got to trust your judgment, and it's different aspects. You know, it's not always just black and white, because you can look at it like this: them two red flags that a person talking about, though, you might be super strong in that area, and they may not be strong in that area, and that could be why it's a red flag for you. So technically, it could wash itself out, because it doesn't necessarily have to be a red flag because you're strong in that. And if this person is able to pick up the slack in other areas where they're strong, you can have a real solid, you know, communication could help that situation. You could communicate. Don't This is where people, when people talk about red flags, most of the time they don't communicate.
Mm,
They don't communicate with the person that this is a red flag for them. They just say it's a red flag, and they tell other people. They don't necessarily communicate ahead of time before the flag
mm.
shows themselves. They don't, like, you just threw the flag on me. They don't communicate. They don't go to the, what you throw a flag on me for? Hold on, like, pick that flag up. Pick up your flag. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So communication, right? You got to communicate, right? So if a person does have these two red flags, It could be because a person is sensitive to that because how powerful they are in that area. It's a strength for them, and it could be a weakness for this individual. But communicating that could bridge the gap. It could be like, you know what? That's a red flag for me. And this is something that I'm very passionate about or compassionate or very strong in this area. And I notice for you, when you do this and you have this conversation with them, and they could be like, oh, well, and then they could say, well, I always struggled in that area. Oh, for real? Yeah, and it's nobody never really called me on it. So then you have this conversation, and and you can say, "Oh, but I noticed you're very strong in this area." Like, yeah, I really like doing these things. So you might be able to remove those flags altogether off that person and say, if we come together, I know I have to pick up this part because if I put it on them, it's gonna be a flag. Now, if you choose to have a conversation and you work those things out in that way, and you try to put this on this individual, you're kind of putting them in a position to have flag. Or you can have a communication, you can have a conversation with this person, you can communicate, and they can say, well, that's an area I can work on. And because you're strong in that area, I could learn from you. The point being that a lot of times people don't communicate. The best way to raise your kids is with communication. The best way to have a healthy relationship, whether it's business, whether it's personal, whether it's romantic, is communication. But individuals are afraid to have conversations that are meaningful, conversations that might be uncomfortable because how a person might react. So they try to figure out another way to do it instead of just having a straightforward conversation. You'll be amazed what comes out of that.
So
Straightforward conversations.
do you really want in a relationship? Do you really want somebody who's like-minded and strong in the same areas you strong in?
Maybe, maybe not, right? Because, and I know why you're asking that question. It makes a whole lot of sense why you're asking that question. It might have went over some people's heads, but I
Mm,
understand what you mean.
mm.
Because then if everything about you is exactly like y'all had the same strengths, y'all could have the same weaknesses. And now you minimize your opportunity to grow in certain areas if you only have someone like, I'm strong here, here, and here. And they're like, I'm strong here, here, and here too. Well, if y'all have the same weaknesses and strengths and you don't turn those weaknesses into strengths, then you could be running into something together that's not going to be good. You're just running into it together, but it's
Because
still
if
a
I
collision.
already can do it, if I can already fix the car, I don't need you to know how to fix the car. Shit,
I
show
need
me how to do something else.
Yeah. Or even if you know how to fix the car, they could probably show you how to keep the car going once it's
Right.
fixed.
Yeah.
They might be better at that, like how to take care of the
Right.
car. I can
Right.
fix this motherfucker, but they know how to the maintenance.
Right. You
That's
know.
that's 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 a
Yeah.
that's a good fit. They could
Yeah.
know how to, but they could know how to fix the car too, just like you. But they also know how to the maintenance, and that might be somewhere you might have been a little like, oh, I didn't even know you're supposed to
Right.
put that type of oil in there like that. Are you supposed to use that type of, you know what I'm saying? And they like, yeah, this is how I keep all my. I didn't have it on my car. That's a beautiful thing,
Right.
but that
But
comes
I
from
got somebody who
communication,
knows. If you know a little bit more than me here, and I know a little bit more than you here, then we're gonna be a hell of a team because we know how to put it together.
and that's
But
being mentally strong enough to be willing to learn, even
hey,
if you feel like you a teacher. That's how you continue to learn so you can continue to teach. You're seeking knowledge all the time. You never stop.
yeah, man.
I want to
Hey,
learn from somebody.
that's my favorite part. Teach me. Teach me the quickest way. Hey, ladies, if your friend want to holler at me,
Quickest way to
tell me,
get a nigga in bed is to teach him something.
man, play with my mind. Get in my mind. Everybody think food is the way to a man's heart. Hell no. Get to
I
my
like to
brain.
eat though. I like to eat though.
Yeah, I like to eat too. But
Nah, real talk.
get to my mind. Get to my mind. Get
And
to my
and
mind.
and
Because
and
I live here.
and learning from just it's just I think I can't tell people what to do, but I think it's a beautiful thing to have want to learn, like a want to learn. You know what I mean? Like continuously learn. I think what happens with a lot of individuals, they feel like they stop learning, they feel like they reached a certain point and they just stay there and that's it for the rest of their life. they're not looking to learn something because they at a certain age. They're not looking to learn something because they in a certain mindset or they live a certain lifestyle. They just got to do this. And I think that's the worst thing a person can do because that leads to conformity or worse.
Yeah, we about to have to get ready to get off this thing. I got to take a nap in a minute so I can get on this road in a
Yeah,
few
an hour
minutes.
and 30 minutes, man. We 135. We overtime.
Hey, man, we did good, real good, man. Hey, great. You didn't think we was gonna get on today, but we did.
Yeah,
I put,
I found
I
out
put
a trick on here too. I can make highlights on here while we talking. I said a trick, but so I'm gonna do a better job of that. It do 5 minute reels. I don't even got to do nothing. I could just hit this button and it'll take the last 5 minutes and make it a reel, which is dope. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do a better job of that next time. I just
Hey, man,
figured it
look,
out.
man. Hey, man, you can learn from a fool how not to be a fool. Hello,
Indeed.
hello. You feel me? But man, we on. Wait, I'm gonna try
We
to get
on
it
the
on
next
again.
time you able to be on. I got you.
Don't even want to take no time frame. I'm gonna be on though.
I won't go
I'm
let you
be
tell
on.
no time frame, and then people try to hold you to it. I thought y'all said y'all was gonna be.
Hey, man, I'm
Hey, man, we
coming, man.
appreciate y'all
Hey,
tuning in.
look, I did better today though. We got
Yeah,
on
no, no,
early.
we
Yeah,
got on early.
we got on early, and I had to run to a game and then run back over here. So I like, man, let me make sure I get on before he think I'll be pump faking on him real quick. Let me hurry up.
Hey,
So
man,
it's good. It's
we,
good, man. We
we
gonna man, we appreciate it, man. We trying. Look, we gonna get better and better and better and better and better
yeah,
and
we
better.
appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Tell a friend and make sure they tap in, watch this episode when it's downloaded, but just start tuning in. And
Yeah,
we
it be
and
taking help
thank
on the
y'all so
download
much
too.
and thank y'all so much for being in the chat and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all. We
Hey,
see
man, we was
y'all.
reading them too. I was sitting over here looking like,
Yeah,
you
for
feel
sure.
me? So good. Hey, man, until the next one, bro.
All right, man. In a minute.
Yeah, already.